The power of acceptance. Welcome back, my dear listener. It's like the same. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale and slowly exhale. Wherever you are, maybe on your morning walk, sitting under a tree, or lying down before sleep, let's spend this quiet time together, reflecting on something simple but powerful. Today's topic is the power of acceptance. And at the heart of it lies on one of the Buddha's most profound lessons, the parable of the two arrows. My beloved friend, have you ever noticed how sometimes when life hurts, we make it even more painful without realizing it? We go through heartbreak and then blame ourselves for being too weak. We fail an exam and then call ourselves stupid. Someone hurt us and we keep replaying it again and again in our minds. The first pain comes from life. The second pain comes from the mind. The Buddha said, when an ordinary person experiences pain, it's as if they have been struck by two arrows. The first is the physical or emotional pain itself. The second is the mental suffering we add to it. This teaching, the two arrows, is a doorway to understanding the power of acceptance. Once a monk asked the Buddha, why is that some people, when faced with suffering, remain peaceful, while others are consumed by it? The Buddha replied, imagine someone walking through a forest who is struck by an arrow. That is painful. But what if that same person, in anger or fear, takes another arrow and shoots themselves again in the same place? That the second arrow, the suffering created by the mind. He explained that the first arrow is inevitable. We cannot avoid life's pain, aging, sickness, loss, disappointment, but the second arrow, the one we fire ourselves, is optional. It is suffering we create when we resist what has already happened. When we say, this shouldn't be happening to me, why did life do this? I can't accept this. That resistance, that inner battle, is the second arrow. Acceptance does not mean approval. It doesn't mean we enjoy pain or give up on change. It simply means we stop fighting what already is, because resistance multiplies suffering. Acceptance dissolves it. In Buddhist teachings, acceptance is part of right view, seeing reality clearly without distortion. When we accept something, we are not saying it good or bad. We are simply saying, this is what's here right now. And in that moment, the heart relaxes. We stop firing the second arrow. Let's bring this to daily life. Imagine you are stuck in traffic, late for work. The first arrow is the traffic itself, the situation. But the second arrow, that your inner voice saying, this is terrible. Why is this happening? I can't stand this. Notice how quickly the suffering grows. Or when someone says something hurtful, the first arrow is their words. The second arrow is your mind, replacing it for days, adding stories, creating anger or self-doubt. And when life changes, when you lose someone you love, or when something you hope for doesn't happen, the first arrow is the loss. The second arrow is the resistance. This shouldn't have happened. I can't let go. When we accept, we stop turning pain into suffering. There is a story in the Samyutta Nikaya where the Buddha himself was approached by a grieving woman whose husband had died suddenly. Through tears, she asked, "Why must this happen? Why did death take him?" The Buddha gently said, "Sister, what has been born will die. What has been gathered will be scattered. What has been built will fall apart. This is the law of all conditioned things." He did not say it to cause sadness, but to remind her that pain is a part of the human path. To resist it is to struggle with the nature of life itself. To accept it is to open the door to wisdom. Now, if you can, just close your eyes for a few moments. Take a slow, deep breath in and out. Think of something that's been bothering you lately. A situation that caused pain, frustration, or worry. See if you can identify the first arrow, the event itself, something that happened outside your control. Now notice if there a second arrow, thoughts or emotion you added to it. Maybe blame, anger, regret, or fear. Take a deep breath and gently say to yourself. This is how it is right now. I don't need to resist. I can accept what is here. Feel how the body softens when you say that. Feel the tension leaving your shoulder. The storm quiets and peace begins to return. The Buddha teaching on the two arrows is not only about pain, it's also about compassion. When you see others suffering, remember that most of their pain comes from the second arrow, the weight of their own thoughts and fears. So instead of judging, you can offer understanding. You can say, "May you be free from your second arrow." And you can say that to yourself too. Every time you face difficulty, you can pause and whisper, "This is just the first arrow. I don't need to fire the second." That's the moment acceptance begins, and with it, freedom. Acceptance is not weakness. It is courage, the courage to face life as it truly is. When was accept reality? We stop wasting energy fighting the unchangeable. We begin to heal, to see clearly, and to respond with peace instead of pain. The first arrow may hurt, but the second is always in your hands. Choose peace, choose acceptance. May you find the strength to accept what is difficult, the wisdom to see clearly, and the compassion to let go of resistance. May your heart be free, your mind be still, and your life be filled with ease. May you be peaceful, may you be mindful, and may you be free from suffering. Peace.